Alright guys, welcome to your 37th iPhone development tutorial. And I know I haven't been making a lot of tutorials recently, but I promise you guys that's going to change. Um, Now, in this tutorial, one of the main topics that I want to cover, and it's actually one of the last main topics I need to teach you guys before we actually jump into building some pretty sweet specialized programs. It has to deal with tapping the screen and specialization of touching the screen. Like, for example, when you take two fingers and pinch them together, or you swipe across the screen or touch a special object. I know we've been dealing with touching buttons and stuff like that, but there's gonna come across times you want to do something else just besides touch buttons and labels on the screen. So that's what I'm gonna be teaching you in this what's it called project, this tutorial, I guess. So go ahead and create a new Xcode project and just go ahead and make it view based right there, and name it something perverted like "Don't touch me there," and save that. And there we go. So rearrange that all nice and neat, and let me get everything nice and neat for you guys. There we go. So in your classes, oh good, you can't even see it. Go ahead to the Don't Touch Me view controller right here, pretty much the main view controller you built, and get rid of this because it's annoying. And let's go ahead and start building a program that can demonstrate what the heck I'm talking about. So like I said, we're going to be dealing with a simple program that recognizes specialized touches. Now there are going to be no buttons. There's going to be a label on a screen just so we can see what we're doing. But this has to do with taking your finger and touching the screen. Now, when this happens, something called a touch event is generated. Now check this out. Every time you touch the iPhone screen, your iPhone looks for a built-in method called touches began. And there are actually a bunch of different methods that your iPhone looks for to handle touches. Whenever you first touch a screen, it looks for a method called touches began. And this is how it handles the touch event. Now, whenever you lift your finger off the screen, it looks for something called touches ended, and whatever's in that method, it runs. And whenever you're moving your finger across the screen, and your finger is obviously touching the screen, it looks for a method called touches moved. And whatever's in here, this is the bit of code that runs. Now there's also one more method, and this is it's like called touches canceled, I think. And this is as you're using a touch event, like as you're sliding your finger across the screen and your phone rings or something, then this would cancel the touch. But I'm not even going to bother coding that because it's a simulator. My phone's obviously not going to ring in the iPhone simulator, or else that would be really effed up. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and build just basic label on screen. So UI label, and just go ahead and name it first label, and then under this go ahead property non-atomic retain and IB outlet and UI label. Wow, we really effed that up. Label and first label. Alright, looks good enough. So go ahead and build this, or just hold Command B and it'll build. Save it. And now in your resources, I'm not even going to show you this. Don't touch. I'm not going to show you me clicking. I'm going to show you me doing it. Go ahead and take your view and go ahead and drag a label over to it. And just go ahead and expand this baby on the screen. You might as well just leave that text right in there since we're going to change it programmatically. Alright. Now go ahead and it should be interesting. Alright, control, files owner, first label. So now go ahead, file, save, interface builder, quit interface builder. Alright, that's all stuff we learned before. Now, what we need to do now that we got our label all set up, that's a lot of work just to get a label set up, is go over in your main implementation file and there we go, get that situated. Now what we want to do first of all, housekeeping stuff, is go ahead and synthesize, what do we name it? First label. Just like that. Now, I probably should, do stuff like release outlets and, take care of objects, but, I'm not going to do that. So, first label to be defined, we did that. Alright, so under dealloc, because I guess that's just where everyone puts these methods, what you want to do is let's go ahead and start building these methods I'm talking about. So right now, if we go ahead and build and run this program, let's see what happens. Well, I got my iPhone stimulator right here just chilling, and I click on the screen and nothing happens. And that's because it looks for the method called touches began, not bacon, touches began, to say how do I want to handle my touch, and a click is a touch in on your iPhone simulator. So go ahead and close this, and since it has no method yet, it doesn't know how to handle it. So let's go ahead and add those methods that I was talking about. It's void touches began right there. As you can see, it automatically pops up. This is not a method that you create yourself from scratch. This is a built-in method that you overwrite. So as you can see, it takes an NS set called touches. In case you don't know, an NS set is pretty much a set of objects. So anytime you touch the screen, this touches object happens. And you don't really use this event parameter, so don't even worry about it. So what do we want to do whenever a touch first began? So again, one last time, whenever you first touch your iPhone screen or click in your iPhone simulator, this method is going to be called. So what we want to do is just take that first label and change the text to something, you touch the screen, and make sure you spell mostly everything wrong. So that looks pretty good right there. And the other method I want to show you is void touches ended right there. And this method gets called whenever you lift your finger off the screen. So let's go ahead and copy this because I'm way too lazy to type it out again. And first label that text, you lifted your finger off the screen. That's obviously not going to fit on my label at all. Whoa, what the heck just happened? I totally typed that in the wrong place. Wow. Alright, maybe this will work a little bit. You lifted your finger off the screen. There we go. That's a tidbit better, eh? Alright, and the last one I want to talk to you guys about is this one called void touches moved. And this happens as you're sliding your finger across the screen. So if you ever played like Fruit Ninja or anything like that, this is pretty much when you swipe your finger, this is what's happening. So go ahead and copy this again. Maybe I won't F it up this time. Copy, paste, and let's go with, why did I just, you move, let's go, you are moving your finger, and get rid of this. Actually just move down. Now I probably messed something up with copy and paste and all those, but no, looks pretty good. So now check this out. Now when we click, it says, let me try to get it, you touch the screen. So I'm pressing down, I'm simulating clicking right now, just touching my finger to the screen. So when I first do that, this method, touches began, is going to call you touch the screen. Alright, so that's what I'm doing right there. Now check it, whenever I lift up, you lifted your finger off the screen, and that's me letting go of the mouse. Alright, so that's the middle one. And now check this out. Whenever we move our mouse while clicking down, you are moving your finger, aka mouse, on the iPhone stimulator. So that is your basics of a touching program. In the next program, we'll build it a little bit smarter. But yeah, that's your basics for now. And I'm running out of time, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.